Have you ever thought, what's the purpose of your home? Is it just a place where you live and full with stuff, favorite or otherwise? I pondered these questions when the invitation to move back into my beautiful little rental cottage came in mid-December. I won't lie, I felt overwhelmed, and not surprisingly, as the months after the flood had been quite stressful, and I have packed and unpacked several times over the past few years. But I knew that one of the big insights I had gained from the flood was that I needed to review my approach to my life and adjust my thoughts, actions, things, and even my environment. And maybe you are in a similar situation, scaling down, scaling up, moving, improving, suddenly single, suddenly part of a couple, an empty nest, or anything that may affect your home as you know it. So I thought, how could I manage my anxiety? How should I approach my new home? The answer came as a brainwave. I do have them occasionally. I need to intentionally redesign my home so that it supports my major focus areas for 2024. And this is how I went about reclaiming my sense of peace and purpose. I'm the Forest Fairy. Welcome to my corner of the woods where I'm rebuilding, revamping, redesigning a magical life and hopefully inspire you to gather your own fairy dust. Hello everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous week. So before moving back into the cottage, I took stock of my major focus areas for 2024, which are in any case aimed at redesigning a magical life. These areas are financial well-being, health and fitness, and love and happiness. I contemplated how my living space could actively support the achievement of the goals for these areas. And the answer lay in an intentional redesign of how I use my home and mindfully choosing what would be contained within its walls and on the stoep. As you may have gathered from a previous conversation, financial security is very important to me, and I needed a dedicated, creative and income earning space. A space where I could work on my communications projects and develop creative channels such as my Forest Fairy conversations. Before the flood, the small second bedroom served only as a guest room with the inevitable boxes under the bed. The sad thing about these boxes is that they contained the manuals and notes of all the workshops and courses I had done over the past 15 years, only to be turned into paper mache by the flood. My desk, then accompanied by all my electronic paraphernalia, stood in a corner of my lounge, which was far from aesthetically pleasing. With my intentional redesign, I decided that a spare bedroom was an unnecessary luxury. While the occasional sleepover visitors are still very welcome and I'll make a plan, I aim to rather evolve the room into a creative sanctuary. On a sheet of paper, I listed the basics I would need. A medium-sized desk, tick. My beautiful desk that was a gift from a good friend is in storage, but I actually think I need to haul it out. An office chair, tick. A cupboard bookshelf to store my admin and filming stuff, tick. An armchair when I needed to think away from my desk, tick. The space is still under construction. I'll be adding plants and artwork, and I need to find the right containers and places for items like my stones, coloring in pencils, my crystals, and my everyday writing pencils. I love pencils. Their softness and smoothness, and I prefer them 1,000 times over a pen. I usually think long and hard about where things should go, and when I do find the right spot, they really move from there. Please leave a comment below if you have any creative or practical ideas for this space of mine. I've resolved that this year is also dedicated to health and fitness. My goal is to shed 12 kilograms, build muscle, and achieve walking fitness. Deep down, there's a lean, flexible, strong, and fit athlete just waiting to be unleashed. Enter my chosen strength training program, Train with Joan, who is an inspiring transformation story linked to the Wonder Woman official. I love this challenging program as it can be conveniently done at home with minimal gear, And my lounge now features a clear space for a yoga mat, and my weights and bands are neatly stored in a sturdy crate which doubles as a step-up block. In tandem with the strength training, I'm focusing on counting my macros and my favorite, intermittent fasting. And to make food prep easier, the kitchen essentials like the scale and the measuring utensils are easy to reach. Conversations on nutrition are vital, but they are very intricate and perhaps deserving of its own dedicated chat. Look out for a later conversation and an update of how my journey is going in this area. My third focus area is love and happiness, and one avenue to enhance this in my life in 2024 is through hosting special and inspiring people in my home. With seating now for 6 in the lounge and my beautiful dining room set, I can now accommodate such gatherings. However, it's not just about the furniture. It's the crockery, the cutlery, and the kitchen essentials that matter. I didn't have a huge collection of stuff to begin with, but I pulled a sheet of paper closer and I carefully mapped out what kitchenware and appliances I would need and where they would be stored. I pared down my day-to-day stuff to a set of 6 each, enough for the odd visit from family and friends, to some basic prep, serving and storage dishes. My hosting goodies include my beautiful second-hand Noritake crockery and all my little serving bowls, plates, glasses and tumblers. These are kept in a separate favorite cupboard. Admittedly, I didn't part ways with all my items that didn't make it into the house. They are back in storage, which will be sorted and cleared out in a few months. So that is how I managed my anxiety about moving back and ensuring my home is furnished mindfully. I hope this has got you thinking about your focus areas for 2024 and how your home should support their goals. If you enjoyed this video, you'll like the conversation about how celebrating amplifies manifestation. Until next time, goodbye.